Want to hear a magical story? You're in the right place! Welcome to Story Kids. This is the place where stories come alive, full of fun, friends, and imagination. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for the next big adventure.
Deep in the heart of a scorching desert, nestled between towering dunes, lay a small village. For generations, the villagers had lived under the scorching sun, enduring sandstorms and scorching heat. But one thing they dreaded even more than the harsh environment was the night. He was dressed in ragged clothes, his face was covered in a dark veil, and he carried a long staff that glowed with an eerie green light. He raised his staff and unleashed a blast of freezing cold air that froze the hot sand beneath his feet, creating a path of solid ice. They locked themselves indoors after sunset, afraid to venture out and face whatever horrors awaited them in the darkness. Days turned into weeks, and still there was no sign of the phantom. Finally, they came across a cave hidden between two giant sand dunes. Taking a deep breath, Hakim and his companions entered the cave. The phantom was returning. Layla and the others hid as the phantom entered the cave. He walked right up to the phantom and asked him why he was scaring the villagers. The phantom looked at Omar, his burning eyes softening a little. And then he took off his veil, revealing a kind, albeit dusty face. He was even more terrifying up close, his eyes burning like hot coals and his ragged clothes billowing around him like a ghostly cape. Inside, they found all sorts of strange and wonderful things, magical plants, glowing crystals, and even some friendly desert animals who told them that the phantom wasn't evil. From that day on, the phantom of the desert was no longer a terrifying monster, but a friend. He spent his days playing with Omar and the other villagers, and his nights telling stories around the campfire, his voice no longer a scary whisper, but a comforting rumble. And Layla, well, she learned that sometimes the things we fear the most are just the most misunderstood. But rather a lonely spirit who just wanted a friend. The villagers began to wonder if he had abandoned them or if he was simply waiting for the perfect moment to strike again. As they journeyed deeper into the cave, they realized that the crystals were reacting to their emotions. When Hakim felt fear, the crystals turned red. But when he felt bravery, they turned blue. Then he vanished into the night, leaving behind a trail of goosebumps and terror. As he approached the village, the ground trembled beneath his heavy steps and the wind seemed to whisper his name in a language that sent shivers down Layla's spine. For it was during the night that the phantom of the desert struck. Omar smiled and said that he understood that the phantom was lonely. He reached out a hand and touched the phantom's shoulder. To his surprise, the phantom didn't recoil. Instead, he took Omar's hand and squeezed it gently. One night, a young girl named Layla was sitting by the window of her house. Outside, the wind was whipping the sand into a frenzy and the sky was filled with ominous clouds. Suddenly, she heard a blood-curdling scream and then another and another. Layla's heart pounded in her chest as she watched a tall, shadowy figure emerged from the swirling dust. It was the Phantom of the Desert. The Phantom was a terrifying sight to behold. He was tired of living in fear, and he wanted to put an end to the Phantom's reign of terror once and for all. Hakim gathered the bravest villagers, including Layla's brother, Omar, and set out to find the Phantom's lair. The villagers cowered in their homes as the Phantom made his way through the village. From that night on, the villagers lived in fear of the Phantom. One day, Layla's father, Hakim, decided that enough was enough. They followed the frozen path the Phantom had left behind, venturing deep into the desert. Layla couldn't believe what she was hearing. Could the terrifying Phantom be lonely? Suddenly, the ground began to shake and the crystals flashed red. But then the bravest of the brave, Omar, stepped forward. The Phantom told them that he was tired of being feared and that he just wanted someone to understand him. In that moment, the crystals flashed blue as the Phantom's fear turned to contentment and his anger to calm.
Thank you for watching, little dreamers. We hope you love the story as much as we loved sharing it with you. If you enjoyed the adventure, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a magical bedtime story. And leave a comment to tell us what your favorite part was. Sweet dreams, and we'll see you next time for another magical tale. Good night.